Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today I want to do something different, and that is to compare all the sixth Ranger Morphers and see which Morpher comes up as the top Morpher. And how will we achieve this? So there's three categories I wanted to judge them by. First being appearance, the overall aesthetics of the Morpher. Then there is playability. How much can you mimic the things from the TV show? Is it fun, or is it just a brick morpher that you can't really do much with? Or is it just a button pushing morpher? And then finally, lights and sound feature. By that, what I mean is, does that enhance the morphing experience more, or is it just a random sound or random lights that have nothing to do with the morph? So today I have the morphers from Mighty Morphin through Wild Force. The only reason I picked that start point and that end point is those are the morphers that I have consistently versus the other seasons. So I thought it would be great. And hey, if this takes off, I thought I could do a video of the core Ranger team morphers. So anyways, it's going to be fun, and let's get this started. So from left to right, I have the Gold Power Morpher. It's the Legacy version, and this was the first and only version that was released from Bandai America. There was no original release of this Morpher. Next, I have a Sentai exclusive Morpher, which is the Kiba Changer, the artisan version that was released by Bandai not too long ago. Then I have a merchandise exclusive Morpher, which is the Gold Zeonizer. It was never used by Jason the Gold Ranger, but they did release a toy of it, which is pretty cool. After that, I have the Digimorpher used by Zane the Silver Space Ranger. And then when we're going further down, we have the Magnet Defenders Morpher, famously also known as the Aura Changer from Gosei Sentai Die Ranger. And then we have an American exclusive Morpher, the Titanium Morpher. And right next to it is the Quantum Morpher used by the Quantum Ranger from Time Force. And right next to it is the Luna Collar used by the Luna Wolf Ranger from Wild Force. I actually have the Japanese version because I never liked the Luna Collar toy, because that toy didn't come with the wrist strap. It only came with the morph part. But the wrist strap adds to the experience. But I'm going to cover that later on in the video. So the first category that we're going to use to judge these morphers is appearance. So let's get started. So the Gold Power Morpher, I love it. The gold really brings out the morpher. There is, however, a morpher that I wish I had. It's the Gold Power Morpher that was released in one of the cons. I can't remember. It was like 24 karat gold or something. It had metallic gold all over. It looks so awesome. But this morpher in itself is pretty cool. I like how it is basically another Power Morpher replica, just colored gold to match the Green Ranger. And also on the back here, they put in extra paint and effort to give us these colors on the handles and on the back here. And we also have paint over here that they didn't miss anything. So yes, this is a beautiful morpher. They did a great job on it. I love it. And even the power coins, they gave it a very weathered look, that it feels, there's a weight to it and it feels real, versus those plastic coins we had from the original morphers. So definitely, appearance wise, this gets a lot of points. Next we have the Sentai exclusive Kiba Changer. I love it. I love the metallic gold. Like, if they had similar metallic gold for the Power Morpher, just a little bit darker, I think it would have looked really cool. Gold on white does look awesome. We don't see that combination too much unless we see it on a Ranger, but Morpher wise, we don't really see gold and white. It's cool. I love the key over here. It is like a heavy metal gold. It's really awesome. Love it. They did a great job. Not as cool as the Mighty Morphin Morpher, but still they did a great job with the color combination. Now this is my ultimate favorite. I love the gold Zeonizer. I love how the gold reflects on it. That's what it looks like. It's just, it just makes the Morpher that much more powerful looking. I just love it. And it's sad that we never really got to see Jason use it in the TV show. Next we have the Digimorpher, used by Zane the Silver Ranger. And honestly, I always found this Morpher to be ugly and bland. It's just black and just like a, not even silver, it's more of like a gray. But if it had like metallic silver and more going for it, I mean, instead of black, they could have made this maybe gold. The secondary color was gold, and I think, yeah, no, it was definitely gold. It would have looked really nice. Moving on, we have the Magna Defenders Morpher. This Morpher also looks pretty cool. We have the, even though we have the same bland black from the Digimorpher, the gold trimmings and details kind of bring it out, so it looks really cool. And I like how the second part is a contrast. Where we had gold and black, this one has silver and black. Well, technically it's that same dull grayish silver that we have on the Digimorpher. But it looks really cool how like one half is gold and black and the other half is silver and black. It's really cool. Next we have the Titanium Morpher. Titanium Morpher also looks really good. Like the silver background and the blue right here, I think it's just the perfect contrast. Like one doesn't outshine the other. Even the gold around it looks really nice. Next is the Quantum Morpher. I was never a fan of this Morpher because it looked too much like a brick. But with the red and the black, I think it perfectly kind of, I don't even know if I would say perfectly, but it highlights the whole police theme because Eric was like a detective or a cop. I guess it goes with that. But one thing I never really liked is these three buttons here. They could have easily like put like an image on each of these buttons, even if they're non-functional. It just stands out like a sore thumb. So yeah, it gets points reduced for having these fake buttons here that look so ugly. And then finally we have the Luna collar, and it looks, I love the wolf's head. Even when you open it up, we have those teeth right there that makes it look really cool. It almost looks like an upgrade from the Titanium Morpher because they use the same kind of like blue and silver design on the Luna collar. And also the red eyes just look really cool. And it has the band here with the wolf's logo. So yeah, definitely an awesome Morpher. If I had to choose a winner, I would definitely go with the gold Zeonizer because the metallic gold really brings it out. I'm just in love with this. The metallic look of the Morpher is just amazing. And if I had to choose the worst one out of all, definitely the Digimorpher right here. So yeah, so it was a close call between the gold Power Morpher and the gold Zeonizer. If I had the metallic gold Power Morpher, definitely that would have outshined the Zeo gold Morpher. Next category that I want to look at is playability. So basically, can you do a lot with the Morpher? Or is it just standing there and pushing buttons? So let's take a look here. So Mighty Morphin Legacy Morpher. I love this because you have the option on being the Green Ranger. Or you have the option in being the White Ranger. I love it when Morphers give you the choice of being able to choose which Power Ranger you want to be. Not only that, you got this belt buckle like holder where you could either display the Morpher on its front like this. I'm guessing if you would have it like this, you'd have it on the front of your belt. Or you could turn it around and have it like that on the back of your belt. And you can also mimic all the different hand formations. There was one scene, I don't know if it was the start of season 3, where the Thunder Megazord episode, where they flipped out their morphers and they did those awesome flips to morph. It was really awesome. I think that was like the one and only time that they did it. But yeah, they really went all out with the Power Morpher. They give you the option to wear it on your belt, or you could just, I guess, have it in your bag, I guess. But seeing how many morphing power you just went, I wouldn't put it in your bag because a lot of the times the Rangers, especially Tommy, he couldn't find his morpher, or the evil Goldar would take your morpher. So yeah, definitely not a good idea to have it in your bag unless you want the evil villain to steal it. But yeah, so a lot of playability with this morpher. Next, we'll look at the Kiba Changer. This is what it looks like. Honestly, it looks really cool. You have the option to put the key. I love two-piece morphers. But honestly, there was really not much going on because in Die Ranger, I don't think he ever did any fancy hand motions. He just like entered the key and then that's it. Playability wise, there is not too much going on. I'm trying to think, even if you're like a kid, yeah, okay, cool, I get to enter the key into the morpher, but then what? I can feel like, not I can feel, I can see a kid getting bored of this pretty fast. Next is the Gold Power Morpher. I love this morpher. The only thing is that this is only merchandise only, so we never got to see it in the TV show. But even though it's designed to look like the Gold Ranger with the visor design here, and this is like, I guess it kind of looks like his staff. If you don't have the original Zeonizer, you can always use this, and it pretty much does the same thing. If you can ignore the design and get past it, you can even reuse this as the regular Zeonizer, and you can mimic all the hand movements, and that's always pretty cool. And with the original Zeonizer, the Rangers did have different hand movements, and it was always fun seeing the light up visors appear on their wrists. So you can always do that, like either be the Gold Ranger or be like one of the original Zeo Rangers. There's that. So yes, I would say playability is pretty high in this one. Now for Zane's Digimorpher. All Zane really did was just hold it up high and just go, let's rock it, and then that's it. There's really nothing going on with this morpher, and to be honest, it's pretty boring. So I would rate it pretty low on the playability scale. Next, I have the Magnet Defender's Morpher. So, another two-piece changer. You do have to pull out the ring and extend it in order to play with it. And then you can, I'm not going to insert it because it's going to make a sound. You insert it. But there really wasn't any hand motions that he did. Just insert it and then he turns into the Magnet Defender. But hey, if you can get past the design, this is technically a repainted aura changer from Die Ranger. So if Die Ranger is your favorite, it also doubles as a Die Ranger aura changer. So you have the options of being one of the core 5 Die Ranger or the Magnet Defender. So it gets points for that. But outside of that, there's really not much going on with this morpher. It's just putting it back in is not fun. Similar, oops, sorry about that, I didn't mean to shake the camera. Similar situation with the Titanium Morpher. All Ryan just did was go Titanium Power and then that's it. But I do give it props because it has a hidden button here. That's always fun. Like it pops up and you have your hidden button right there. So definitely is a pretty cool morpher. Playability, again, there's not much. I mean, how many times are you going to keep pushing the button there? Then we have the Quantum Morpher. This is very low in the playability. I would say even lower than the Digimorpher. Because, yeah, you put it on your wrist and all he really did was yell Quantum Power. at least like I guess this falls more on the sound features, but at least if it recorded your voice and you could hear it back, that would be like a cool feature. But yeah, very low on the playability scale. Now with the Luna collar, this is really cool because it's one of those rare morphers where you can wear it on your wrist, and then later he detached the phone part to morph. So there was that. So I would say yeah, it's pretty high on playability. It's really cool. Wearing on your wrist and also detach it and becomes a handheld morpher, which is really awesome. So yeah, I would say this is a bit higher on the playability list. If I have to choose a winner, I would go for Mighty Morphin because there's so much you can do with this morpher here. Not only can you play with it, but you can even store it in your belt using this backer here. And you not only have just one way you can hook it onto your belt, there's the front and back way you can put it. There's so much going on for this morpher, so the winner is Mighty Morphin Power Morpher. And if there's a worse morpher for playability, I would say the Quantum Morpher, because at least the Digimorph, as bland as it is, you have to push the button and the doors like open up. There's at least that going for it. Quantum Morpher, there's really not much going on there. So Power Morpher, or the Gold Power Morpher, is the winner in. My next category is lights and sound features. This is a bit of a different category because I'm going to use it in the sense of, does it enhance your morphing experience when you take the morpher and you're pretending to morph to your favorite ranger? Does the lights or sounds enhance your experience, or is it just totally random that has nothing to do with the morphing experience? Let's start with Mighty Morphin here. Let me first turn it on. So when you push it, as you saw, all the lights illuminated and it made that really cool sound. So that's the whole purpose of the power morph, is you open it up and with the power coin it illuminates power, and that I would say definitely gives a really cool morphing experience. So yes, this definitely is really high on the list. I am gonna skip the Kiba changer because it really didn't have sound effects per se. It just had character lines from the Ranger TV show, so it's not really applicable. So that's why I'm gonna like skip it. I'm gonna go over to the Gold Zeonizer. Let's check it out. There's the Gold Zeonizer. You have a little light show there, but it's not strong enough for us to see it clearly on this golden plate here for it to shine through. I guess the sound is there, but not too much is happening there, so it's a little bit lower for me for the sound features. Next we have Zane's Digimorpher. Let me turn this on. So you go, let's rock it, and then you have to go to the second mode, and you go. And I'm just gonna turn it off because it does make an obnoxious sound the longer you have the morpher on. Definitely high because that is exactly what Zane did. Only thing that it's lacking is the light feature that the Sentai Morpher had that was actually featured in the TV show, where the MEGA illuminated gradually. Aside from that, the sound features definitely, because that is exactly what the Silver Ranger did to morph. So yeah, they did a great job with the sound features for Zane's Morpher. Next we'll look at the Lost Galaxy Magnet Defender's Morpher. You insert it and it does this really cool light show with the sound. Honestly, I love it because the black cap, it is quite tinted, so for the light to like shine through like it did, It's a really powerful light, and I love it because it does enhance the light show when you're mimicking the morph thing. So yes, definitely high. Just putting the morpher back is not fun. Next we have the titanium morpher. So you go titanium power, or is that what he said? Or was it Lightspeed Rescue? Titanium. Honestly, I need to rewatch Lightspeed. You push this button to morph. And sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm only going through the morph sounds. I'm not going through any additional sounds. Because that's what this is about. That sound was random, very random. It had nothing to do with the morph sound. At least if you when you pressed it, if all the blue were LED lights and it like shone, that would have been really cool. But the sound is very random, so yeah, no, that's very low for me. Next, we'll look at the quantum morpher. It's weird because some of them have an on and off switch, while others don't. So to morph, you just press this button, and that's pretty much it. And for me, this doesn't get much points because he used it more like a voice recorder to morph, where he went quantum power and he transformed into the or morphed into the quantum ranger. He didn't do any button pushing, so this is kind of invalid for me because the toy is so different. I don't know if they did for budget reasons because it'd be cool if it was like the Yak back from back in the 90s and you could record quantum power and you could hear your voice or something, or it was a voice activated sound. That would have been really cool. I mean, they are capable of doing it because there was a quantum morpher that could be used with your voice to power up a Q-Rex toy that would move. So they could have implemented it into the morpher somehow. So yeah, no, this is very low for me. Next we have the oops, I didn't clip it on properly. Next we have the Lunar Collar. I was going by the Power Ranger names because it's technically a Power Ranger. It's like Sixth Ranger thing. Then you push it. That's the sound that you hear. And I would say that's very appropriate because with Wild Force, whenever they morphed, their respective animals turned into their helmets, which is really cool. So hearing the wolf howling like that, I would say it's very appropriate for the morph call. So that is really high on the list for me. So if I had to choose a winner, and guys, please don't kill me, I would have to go for the Mighty Morphin Power Morpher. Only because, like, when you turn it on, it all those that illuminating lights just gives that perfect illusion of morphing. I just love it. They did it so perfectly. Now if Zane's Morpher was like the Sentai Morpher, I think it was called Keitai, sir, and the MEGA illuminated here, it would have definitely beaten the Power Morpher for me. But you just have like the MEGA sounds, and that was pretty much it. But this is pretty close one too as far as sound features go. And sorry about that, I totally forgot the Gao Ranger Changers plays its random sound when it's being used, so we'll just wait until it's done. Wow, that's so loud, it's not even stopping. Okay, wow, that was an obnoxious sound. There you go. So, yeah, so definitely I have a winner. It will be the Mighty Morphin Power Morpher. And with this one winning 2 categories and coming really close with the very first category, with the appearance, definitely this comes on top of all the other Power Morphers. So, do you guys disagree or agree? I would love to hear from you guys. And this is coming from... I'm not one of those people who grew up on Mighty Morphin. I mean, I really like Mighty Morphin. It also has a place in my heart, especially after watching it recently. But I have to give credit where it's due. Like, they did an amazing job on this Gold Power Morpher, and definitely deserves to win. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I had a blast doing it. And, Thank you guys so much for watching. And I must say, I did mention that I was having a Power Rangers marathon. I was able to finish Power Rangers Zeo, and it was my first time finishing Zeo, and it was a fun season. At first, I had a hard time sticking it through because it felt like a rehash of Mighty Morphin season 1. But as I sat through it, they had more creative stories, like the backstory of Tommy. Then we had the Tanya and her parents, and the Machine Empire was becoming more devious with his plans. So it was a really fun and interesting show. And next is Turbo, and that's gonna be fun to watch. I actually really loved Turbo. I always loved the suits, and I'm excited for it. Anyway, so that was my video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. And have a great day.